When you think about fashion brands, what actually comes to mind? Beige basics, another minimal chic label with another serif logo. Here's the problem. The world doesn't need another copy-paste fashion brand. What people really want are for brands that feel like they stand for something. Brands that reflect identity, tell a story, and spark a sense of belonging. So today I'm going to show you how to build a fashion brand in 7 minutes, and not the fast fashion, trend-chasing version, but one that people actually desire, they remember, and they wear with pride. Most fashion founders jump into Pinterest boards or logos, and while that might seem exciting, it's actually the wrong step. The best fashion brands start by listening. Now, what does it actually mean? It means reading customer reviews on ASOS, Zara, or Net-a-Porter. The gold isn't in the 5-star praise, it's in the complaints. Look at all the negative complaints, like the fabric feels cheap, sizes are inconsistent, it looks good online but not in real life. And this is where you can see the gaps are in the market. This is what people are realizing are wrong with other brands, and this is where you can come in and offer a solution for these people. Then number 2 is go where your audience shops. Watch what people actually pick up in stores and what they put back. Pay attention to what makes them hesitate. Is it the price? When they check the tag and they put it back inside. Is it fit? Is it a lack of uniqueness? And then you can see actually what is the issues people are having in real time. And then again, apply that to the brand that you're going to be building. And then finally, it's tracking conversations online. Fashion TikTok, style subreddits, and even Depop reviews. People over there are going to tell you exactly what they crave. Better tailoring, more inclusive sizing, or sustainable fabrics that don't cost $500. You have to remember this. Fashion is emotional. It's not about like, I need a new dress and I don't know where to get it from, because let's be honest, we have a lot of choice available. You go online, there's a lot of e-commerce stores, or you go to any mall and you're just flooded with different options. The reason now people buy into stuff is because there is an emotional pull to it. And especially now, if you're going to come up with a new brand, it's very hard to differentiate in terms of a product or service from other brands. And the main way you can capitalize is actually seeing what is the issues out there. Like, people are actually struggling with this, and when you come in with a solution, obviously then you are the answer to their problems. So when I came back to like how it's just not about a dress, this is what I actually mean. It could be like, I want to feel confident at work without looking boring. I want to wear something sustainable that still feels chic. And I want my clothes that actually fit my body and not just a model's body. When you listen at this level, you're not just selling clothes. You're helping people establish their identity, give them confidence, and aspire to be somebody. Then number 2 is using empathy as strategy. Once you've listened, your next move is empathy, and I feel like a lot of people just don't understand what that means. I see a lot of people have really cool ideas. Since I work with a lot of brand founders and I have a lot of different conversations with a lot of different business owners or entrepreneurs, everybody has a great idea. But I just don't think people are actually listening or having the patience to listen to the issues out there. The new brands that actually win in fashion don't just actually sell garments. They solve for insecurities, frustrations, and desires. And let me give you an example. Think of Everlane. They didn't just sell basics, they sold radical transparency because their audience craved honesty in fashion. Or SKIMS. They didn't just launch another shapewear brand, they addressed inclusivity and fit across tones and body types. And that's empathy turned into a business model. So you gotta ask yourself this: what's the meaningful shift your fashion brand can give to its audience? And you have to make them feel like, I see you, I hear you, and I've got you. Number 3 is storytelling builds trust. Fashion is one of the most crowded industries in the world. From Zara to high-end runways, everyone is fighting for attention. But your story is your edge, and it doesn't need to be dramatic, it just has to be something that you can own. And let me give you some ideas. Maybe you're a designer who grew up altering hand-me-downs because nothing ever fit right. Or you're a founder obsessed with old culture and reviving it through your ideas and weaving it into modern cuts. And then maybe you're simply tired of trend cycles and you want to build clothes that last longer than 3 washes. When you tell that story, people are going to realize that, yeah, actually this is just not another label, and you're no longer just selling a shirt or a dress. You're selling meaning, you're selling connection, and a reason for people to choose you over the endless options out there. Product can sell style and it can sell trends, but stories are the ones that sell trust. Then number 4 is patience over quick wins. This is the tricky truth, and nobody likes to hear this, but fashion brands aren't built in a season. Yes, TikTok or a celebrity shout out might lead you to a viral moment and maybe have a collection sold out. But a real brand is something that is consistently built over the years, and that means showing up consistently. Think of the strongest brands out there, like COS or Jacquemus. They played the long game. They refined their signatures, they really understood like what they want to be known for, and then they created consistency. And that is through collections, through campaigns, through how they show up in visual communication, and then they let that customer loyalty compound. So instead of obsessing over your 1,000 for sales, pay attention to signals of brand equity. people rewearing your pieces, tagging you on Instagram without being asked, or your designs showing up in resale market. That's how you know you're building to stay in power. I work a lot with strategy, so of course I love data, but fashion actually is more about feeling. People don't necessarily buy a blazer because it's well priced. They buy it because it makes them feel powerful. Or let's take Nike for example. You don't buy the white sneaker because you just need a pair of new shoes. You buy it because maybe you really associate yourself with the brand. It says something about who you are. And that's what I mean where this is where your gut comes in. Does your collection feel cohesive? Does your logo or palette feel aligned with the culture you want to build? Because data tells you what happened, but your gut, which is sharpened by pattern recognition and experience, tells you what could matter next. And I've also made a video before about how you can trust your gut instinct, which you can click over here. Then number 6 is how to know it's working. How do you know if your fashion brand is actually making the cut without based on revenue? Do people come back in the next collection without expecting big discounts? Do influencers and editors reference the brand without being sent a PR box? Or are people styling your outfits in ways that you've never imagined? Because when this starts happening organically, that's when you're building cultural footprint. And that's what's going to make you durable in the fashion world. And so this is my final thought. Building a fashion brand isn't about chasing trends or even about copying aesthetics. It's about creating something that people want to live in, they want to talk about, and they feel represented by wearing it. If you lead with empathy, build with patience, and keep showing up authentically, you won't just be launching another label, you'll build a fashion brand that's timeless and truly unforgettable. And if you're a founder looking to build a fashion brand and you would like to work with a brand designer, you can work with me. You can hit the link in the YouTube description below and we can discuss how I can support your brand. And as always, if you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.